Hello guys, welcome to one of my another backtest videos. I'm backtesting GBP USD. As we can see, my weekly bias was bearish on this week that I'm trading right now, which this was bearish because the reason I'll show you in the weekly breakdown video, because if I now go to the weekly, then it will show me what happened throughout the week, so I don't want that. Whereas on the daily time frame, we can see Monday was a no trade day, Tuesday was a no trade day, and Wednesday was a no trade day for us. Why? First of all, this is an NFP week, so that doesn't matter. NFP week, so it is less probable to take a trade. And also, if I show you the news for this week, Monday there was no news, but on Monday, why didn't we took a trade? Was Monday my bias was bearish. Obviously, you can see the market was going down, and it started to go up. So my weekly bias was clearly bearish, and for the weekly to go down, as we know the weekly profiling, if the weekly bias is bearish, first it needs to go up, make the high of the week, and then continue down, right? Most of the time this happens, so I was anticipating this to happen all over again this time. Whereas if I show you the daily time frame, and I also draw the fib level from this high to this low, because this was the lower high that caused this lower low and this change of character right here. So also this is the supply zone now, because huge amount of sellers come in, lower highs, lower lows, and lower highs. And now we can see on Wednesday the Fibonacci retracement. To be honest, at the start of the week I was watching for this Fibonacci retracement, 50% retracement to then continue. But if the price didn't do it, if the price, literally look at the momentum, after seeing how this daily candle closed on Wednesday, my bias was clearly bullish for Thursday. Going on Thursday, my bias was clearly bullish, and when I compared it with DXY, clearly we can see even on DXY, the market was clearly dropping. Literally the market was dumping, going down. So there's no meaning looking for buys in a bear market and for sells in a bull market, right? So that was my reasoning for the trade. But also, if we look it like the weekly profiling thing, then clearly it makes sense for it to go down now. But until and unless the market gives us confirmation that it's going down, we can't do nothing. We have to follow the trend. That's how we trade. So let me show you how I took this trade. And this was Wednesday. So obviously, if I'm looking for buys, my bias was bullish, right? So if I'm looking for buys, my demand zone would have been somewhere around here. And also this was the fair value gap that I was looking for on the 4-hourly. There was a market structure shift here. In the 4-hourly there was no market structure shift, because of the wicks we consider as liquidity sweep, not market structure shift. So on the hourly we got a market structure shift, and I have also marked this zone on the hourly, I can guarantee you, which is 1, 2, and 3. Boom, like that. In the 1-hourly I was looking for buys, right? So if I'm looking for buys, I need the Asian low to get sweep and a demand zone to buy from. So there was a huge fair value gap on the hourly, and also a demand zone here. This was a valid demand zone because of this fair value gap, market structure shift, and a change of character here to the upside somewhere around here. Sorry, a break of structure. This wick here, you can see this, we can mark as a break of structure right here, because this demand zone, we only trade from a demand zone, strong demand zones. A strong demand zone is a zone which broke structure or changed character. We need a market structure shift, we need a fair value gap, and also the pullback here to then continue. So we were looking for that to happen. And now what I did was I played price, I waited for the Asian range. This motherfucker. So okay, this is giving the bullshit again. So now we go to the M15 and wait for the Asian range to close, right? Until and unless the Asian range close, we can't do nothing. So the Asian range was not bad, to be honest. We need the Asian range to consolidate for having a good trade. And here this trade literally was a very low probability setup. First of all, I was trading it, I had a doubt. Whenever you are not confident in the trade, don't take the trade. I was not confident in this trade, so to be honest, this trade I was not even confident in this trade. My bias was also not aligning, and there was also no clear zones to trade from. This is a fair value gap, so we don't trade from the fair value gap, right? Because we don't know from where it will have the move. Whereas if we are trading an auto block, we clearly know that this auto block, and we clearly know where we are waiting for the price to reach. Whereas in a fair value gap, we don't know where we are waiting for. So we shouldn't have traded this, but this is backtesting, so making mistakes here so that I don't repeat it on the live markets, right? And also there was inducement on 11:12 p.m. and it was also not aligning with DXY. Clearly you can see DXY is going up, right? On the 15-minute DXY is going up, which is a sign that GBP and DXY was going up, whereas GU was going down and going up. So literally we should know, after seeing this the two pairs are not aligning with each other, we should have known that there was something there was something doji right here, not clear. And also there was no M15 rejection, nothing. And what happened was literally we got stopped out, obviously, and the demand zone we were looking to trade from was this one, the demand zone. Also the reasoning for this trade was this liquidity here. I anticipated this previous structure liquidity sweep, but that was not enough, it seems. And on the M15, this demand zone that I marked, the price reached there. If we had taken a trade here on this candle right here with a 9.3 pip stop loss and targeting a 1:3, we would have got a 1:2.6. so this was a winning trade, or you can say a break-even trade, right? If you trade the correct order blocks, only the good order blocks, then there is very, very high chance of you winning. I have seen that a gazillion of times. When you trade from nowhere, like not a good place, then you don't win. But this was also not a trade that I would have taken, because this was 1 hour before news. We at least need 2 hours before news to take a trade, whereas on Thursday there was core PCE price index news, unemployment claims news, and on Friday there is NFP. So most probably I will not trade on Friday, but let's see what the market gives us, and if there is opportunity we'll look for it. Okay, so yeah.